September Metal Fridays. And we are doing this. We are live right here in the Starbucks. And here we are. Here's the video. I'm going to mute my laptop. That way we can get started on all those awesome things that I've been planning for a while. And here we are doing this early in the day because I want to reach the lovely overseas audiences. Make sure the microphone's on. Yes, it is. That's good. Everything sounds nice. So let's see how many people we can get to join at 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday. Got plenty of things we can talk about, and this video, well, this live stream, ought to be a lot better than the last live stream. That tastes so good. And already we've got Lonely Milk, hello Killbot, Panda Shreds the guitar, hey Killbot, Foxifer, AK Blues, Miss School just to watch the stream, well that's good, Ricardo, Saucedo, Loki, hey, how y'all doing? Got some lovely people in here already. And let's see if we can get some overseas people in here. You know, since the last few live streams I've done were around 5 and 6 p.m. in my time in the afternoon, I wanted to switch it up. That way we can get some different blood in here. And next week's next week's live stream will probably also be at a different time as well. Probably be later in the day. Let's see. Soda Boob's phone. Hey Killbot, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? A-Man98, an early stream, I just woke up. Get your ass out of bed. Lonely Milk, I'm from England, so I like that you're streaming a little later in your country. Well, that's good. Well, it's about 12 noon where I am. Vapor Dreams, do you watch Cobra Kai? No. Foxifer just heard a promo for a New Zealand Black and Death thrash band called Exordium Morse, and it melted my face. Well, that's good. Stream Pierre, how you doing? Bleak Ox says, question, what was your last concert? Mine was Rammstein. Mine was the Melvins, I think. They weren't that good, but their opening band, Helms Elite, they were fucking great. Living Dead Girl, hey, how you doing? Butchered says, gotta go. They're going to school. Have a good one. Well, excellent. Excellent. And you guys are in for a treat because on the way over here, I went to the gas station and picked up the new Voodoo. Haven't even tried it yet. I loved last year's. I've heard mixed things about this year's, but here we go. We can try it right here, right now. I heard that this tastes like Sour Patch Kid. Oh, you can see the little steam coming off of it. Okay, smells like sour gummy worms. Tastes like sour gummy worms. Not bad. I mean, I like last year's flavor a lot better, but this is still pretty good. Man, I was so sad when last year's Voodoo went away because like it was so good. I bought it by the case and it was like, you know, it had that honeydew flavor. They should have kept it as a permanent flavor. That's all right. It's not a bad flavor, just, you know, it's definitely not last year's. And now we're gonna go back to the original Dew. So good. Can't go wrong there. Rachel De La Paz, hey, just hearing Ghost. Had to stop and watch you. I've been trying to catch your live streams, but I've been stuck at work, but today's my day off, so I'm happy to catch one of your live streams. Well, thank you for joining in. You know, I know work can suck sometimes. Really good friend of mine, she's stuck doing 12-hour shifts, like several days a week. And I'm sitting here thinking, man, you need a union behind you. And then she gets off so damn late, and she calls me at like 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. And so it's like, hey Liz, how you doing? hey, how you doing? I just got off work. and then her phone service sucks so bad. I'm tired as it is. And so I have to repeat myself over and over and over so she can hear what I'm trying to say. It's, I'll be like, oh yeah, so I sent a really good dick pic the other day to this chick. She was like, hey, what'd you say? I said I got dick pic to this chick! It's like, my God, it's like, it's, and it's a constant thing when you have to repeat yourself over and over and over. It stinks. Anyway. Caleb Brands, have you listened to that artist that I suggested from Japan? No, I have not. I have been busy working on other things. For instance, I just put out a brand new video a few days ago called Being a Metalhead as a Teenager versus Being a Metalhead as an Adult. I've also been slowly editing the Ministry video that's coming up. I'm still waiting on Max Brody to get back to me on the script for that, because he's been pretty busy as well. I heard from him this morning, and so that means I should be hearing back from him pretty soon. This is going to be a good video. Anyway, but to answer your question, no, I haven't heard it. Foxifer, I finally got tickets for Watain, and my Airbnb is walking distance from the auditorium they're going to play at. That's awesome. It's awesome, dude. One of the best live shows I ever saw. Next week, I'm going to be flying to Cleveland to visit my mother, and on Saturday of next week, 9 Inch Nails are going to be playing. I already got the ticket. So, if anybody from the Ohio area is going to see 9 Inch Nails, I'm going to be in the lawn. Come say hello. Get pictures with me and stuff. They're doing a thing at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the day before. They're doing a fan day Q&A type thing. And apparently to be part of this Q&A, you had to be part of the Discord, the Discord meetups, which I downloaded Discord just for the 9 Inch Nails stuff to see if I could get in, and they put me on the wait list. So hopefully that can happen. If not, that's gonna suck, but they got 163 seats and they got limited space. And to preemptive answer everybody's question, no, I'm not creating a Discord. It's not gonna happen. People have been asking me to do it for years, and I spend too much fucking time on my phone as it is, so there you go. It's really amazing how much work you can get done when you turn your phone off, nobody bothers you, and you can just be allowed to work. Trust me, I'm gonna write some scripts today, and my phone is gonna update, so there you go. Anyway, Caleb Brands, do you like Thin Lizzy? Yep, Chinatown was the first record that I ever owned. And then the first one I ever bought was 9 Inch Nails, The Slit. That's gonna be good. Anyway, let's see, how many lovely people do we have here? We have 36 people right here. That's cool. Maybe later tonight, the view count will go way up. Who knows? Yay, be careful with your eyes. I thought I was going to have an epilepsy attack when I saw them. Serene here. I've seen them twice so far. So this third time should be the charm. And since Ministry did a song with Trent Reznor in the 90s, Black Sabbath cover of Supernaut, maybe we can get them on stage together singing Supernaut. Just for the fans. The real old ones. It'll get Ministry back in everybody's good graces after canceling their European tour. I felt so bad for everybody when I heard about that. They canceled their European tour because supposedly one of the big festivals they were supposed to play got canceled at the last minute. And Ministry, I don't think they can keep a tour afloat without that festival fee. Because you gotta remember, festival fees, sometimes they're big enough that they can keep an entire tour floating. And it's all about economics. The problem that a lot of people have is that Ministry still hasn't made a statement that the tour has been canceled. Now, they've sent emails, I think, to people who've bought tickets, but transparency has always been a real issue with that band. You know, just like dropping Frontline Assembly from the tour without telling them, or, you know, clamming up about the whole Sin situation a couple years ago. It's like, dude, just explain what's going on. You know, we'll probably forgive you for whatever you're doing. Just, you know, tell us what's happening. You know, that's all anybody wants is some transparency. I can't imagine having that much contempt for your fan base, but whatever. Daniel Bitternat says, how much would you pay to see Ministry play a song from With Sympathy? Which song? Well, I think Revenge would be pretty good. You know, maybe if they were to, like, grit it up a little bit. Actually, I wouldn't mind hearing some of the Wax Track stuff. You know, like Nature of Love, Every Day is Halloween, All Day, stuff like that. Good stuff. Metal Boy asks, hey, Killbot, are you actually into hardcore punk? A little bit, yeah. I mean, punk's more music from my youth, so I don't listen to as much of it these days, but I do dabble in some of it. Like Discharge, and Strung Up, and Direct Control, and Mouth Sewn Shut, stuff like that. So, as many of you can tell, and from people who were at last week's live stream, I had COVID last week, and I pulled through and did the live stream anyway. And since I had COVID, I was trying to give away my Lacuna Coil tickets. Well, I was trying to sell them, and nobody was buying them. And then I tried giving them away. I asked around a lot of people, and nobody would take these tickets off my hands. So I had 2 Lacuna Coil tickets that went to waste. I was like, please, somebody, just take these tickets. You don't have to give me money. Just take the tickets, and I can enjoy your joy vicariously. But no, couldn't even give them away. Next shows I'm planning, I will not be going with other people. Because trust me, it is so much easier when you don't, like, if it were just one ticket that went to waste, it wouldn't have been as bad, but I bought tickets for 2 people, and I was like, fuck. Couldn't even get rid of one. And I wanted to go to that show too. But I looked like crap last week. I sounded like crap. I feel a lot better now. Most of my symptoms are 98% gone. I am no longer contagious, hence me being in public. And yeah, I feel a lot better. I want the new COVID booster that they have for the Omicron and Delta variants. So I called my health department this morning, and they said that since I tested positive last Thursday, that means that there's a 90-day waiting period. Not 30 days, 90 days. So I'm not going to be able to get this new booster until December. Fuck. So I'll be able to get a flu shot before I can get this new COVID shot. You know what I mean? Metal Boy, you could have given the ticket away on eBay or something. Yeah, I probably could have. I don't know. I mean, eBay's not really known for concert tickets. Serene Pierre, I guessed that you were salty. What does that mean? Hassan, how long did it take for you to grow your hair out? I've been growing it since I was 14. I am now 26. Anders Fredrickson, I actually got into obituary and death because of you. Well, that's good. That's very good. Brito says, good afternoon. Hey, how you doing? Panda Shreds Guitar, I'm in quarantine this week. That's why I could catch the early live stream. Well, that's good. Oh, well, good you could catch a live stream. Bad that you're in quarantine because, man, that shit sucked. I lost a few pounds in water weight, and, you know, hopefully I can stay at this weight, 159. But, anyway. I'm now able to exercise again. I mean, that was one of the hardest things was, you know, not being able to get on the treadmill because that's part of my routine. Brito says, sending metal love from Portugal. Thank you so much. I'm sending some horns from North Carolina. Sonic Doom says, are you getting that $300 Celtic Frost vinyl box set? I could probably buy all those albums separately for cheaper than that. But no, I don't really do vinyl anymore. I still have a few records that I've kept, but now I'm fully on to CDs. I have almost 800 of them, and I got a new one yesterday, The Least Worst of Typo Negative. What I'm planning, hopefully for Halloween. For some reason, people felt the absence of The Least Worst of Typo Negative in my Typo Negative video. So maybe I can do an extended version of the typo video, and meanwhile I can fix a couple of minor inaccuracies while I'm there, you know? For instance, one inaccuracy, which a lot of people didn't care or didn't notice, but I do, since I created it. In the video I said that World Coming Down came out before the After Dark DVD. Oh, no, what did I say? I said that After Dark came out after World Coming Down. The DVD for After Dark came out after that, but the VHS tape came out before World Coming Down. So, you know, little stuff like that I can fix. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to George Lucas the fucking thing. The original video is still going to be available, but, you know, this is definitely one of the top 3 videos I've ever done. And so, this is one that I want to be practically perfect in every way, as Mary Poppins would say. Groovy Snake says, hell yeah, NC represent. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Daniels J 2004, got any tips on recording songs? Play the drums with a fucking metronome, for the love of God. Drums first, with the metronome, and then everything else after that. You don't have to use a metronome, but play to the drums. And play it until it's right. Don't fix the recordings, just play it till it's right. Metal Boy, CDs are superior. I've tried vinyl too, it's just too expensive and annoying to store. Well, that's part of the reason why I got out of vinyl, was because maintaining the shit was just too much stress. And then having to deal with sellers who didn't know how to fucking ship the albums properly. And then the albums would come with all sorts of splits in the spine. It's like, are you kidding me? I told you, ship the records outside the sleeve. But people are like, oh, well, you know, it's not brand new if we open it up. Fuck you. Gothic Metal Maniac, hey, how you doing? What's up? Greetings from Germany. PXS, hey, how you doing? Hi from Finland, from hyphen. Claudette, hello from France. Oh, we got all these international people here. Just what I've been hoping for. Yeah! Foxy, I adore Celtic Frost, but the scarcity of the original albums with the original mixes and the prevalence of the CDs with different mixes. Punctuation, please. It's a consternation for me. Honestly, any version of the Celtic Frost albums will do. The 99s, I have those, they sound great. I also have the 2018s or 19s or whatever the hell last came out, and those sound pretty good. And I have an original of Cold Lake, which also sounds good. So, there you go. I mean, those albums were so well recorded to begin with, it's hard to mess up Celtic Frost. Pedro Lopez, hey! How you doing, man? Y'all go check out this asshole's channel. We have the same Slayer wallet. We did a video together. Alessandro Andrew Playlist. I'm sad. I was going to buy tickets for Slipknot, and it's sold out now. Now I can't go. Has that ever happened to you sometime? Yes, it has. I wanted to see Crowbar and Corrosion of Conformity in Raleigh a few years ago, and the show was sold out when I got there, so couldn't go. There was another time where I went to sleep, and the show was sold out, but fortunately, somebody had an extra ticket they could sell me, so I made the show. It was awesome. Metal Boy, for the love of God, Killbot, give Loki an answer or he will ask for the entire stream. Okay, cool. Hey, so do y'all like my new shirt? Exhumed. It's the pro-life face rip-off shirt, which is awesome. And on the back of it, it says, "Abort the court." Excellent fucking shirt. And apparently with a few dollars of each shirt sale, this went towards a women's abortion group or something like that. So, yeah. Proud to wear this shirt. I'm gonna be glad to piss off some rednecks with it. Here we go. We already got a super chat from Maverick Shaw, $5. Thank you so much. Killbot, what's up, man? Just want you to know you're one of my favorite YouTubers and you're extremely entertaining. Rock on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, I did put out a new video a couple days ago. Partly inspired by a YouTuber that I've been binging recently. And actually, I kind of paraphrased a couple of her quotes in the video. But, you know, like watching her channel kind of reminds me of my own experiences as a metalhead. And so I thought to write a video, being a metalhead as a teenager versus being a metalhead as an adult. Since it's a topic that resonates with a lot of people apparently. Video was kind of difficult to shoot because I was still dealing with a mild case of chest congestion, so it took me a couple hours to, you know, just say all my points without flubbing my lines or sounding nasally. And the video in 24 hours already got more views than Concert Stories Part 2. I'm shocked that Concert Stories doesn't have more views, but oh well. In any case, the channel is on the biggest upswing in years, and I'm happy about it. And you know that your videos are on the upswing when asshole commenters come back in droves. You know, all the troll comments and hater comments, it's like, yeah, keep talking, bitch. You know what I mean? It's a rule that I have that I don't get to read my comments until after I've had coffee. Trust me, your comment section is not the first thing that you want to see first thing in the day. Just roll over while you're still in bed, play on your phone. YouTube studio? No. Anyway. Let's see. Answering these comments. Gothic Metal Maniac, fan of your old videos. Well, I hope you're a fan of my new videos too, because they're pretty fucking good. Serene Pierre, did someone give you a nasty look because of your shirt yet? Not yet, but I can't wait till it happens. I do have somebody trying to argue with me on Instagram over it at the moment. They're talking about, well, doesn't life begin at conception? Life is a continuous process, and it happens regardless of what human beings want to do. At that point, it is just a cluster of cells. It is parasitic. And trust me, it doesn't end after it's born. Children, they suck time and they suck money. Fuck kids, I hate kids. Metal Boy, do you have a lot of hate comments? No, not really. But the funny thing is, you know, a couple of hate comments I got in the past week, I tried responding to. Because, like, if somebody says something nasty to me, sometimes if I'm in the mood for it, I'll just say something nasty back. Like, sometimes I'll leave it alone, but other times, you know, people just want to be assholes for no reason. So, this guy was being a dick in my comment section, and I was trying to write different variations of Kiss My Ass. And 7, 8 different variations of it, YouTube kept removing my comments. Man. Like, people talk about, you know, having their comments deleted or blocked off of people's YouTube pages. This is my own comment that got deleted. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So this guy's allowed to be a dick to me, but I'm not allowed to defend myself. Well, defend myself in my way, but you know, some people, you know, they write comments on my page and their comments get blocked or under review for no reason. And I swear, I have nothing to do with that. You know, I have to go through every other day and look and see if anyone's comments are in limbo. And most of the time I approve them. Like, I do get a couple spam comments here and there, but you know, people are usually pretty civil. You know, you just have to let them be civil. Damn, I got a $20 super chat from Pedro! God damn! Can't wait to see you in Texas. We need to mosh to the Misfits. Also, I can get you to the front. I know a guy. Oh boy, you and me are gonna have fun. Shit, you and me are probably gonna hang out at Hot Topic that day. If the things you say about Alice Cooper and Hot Topic are true. Shit, we're gonna have to get burgers and hang out at Hot Topic. Bad Red says, by any chance do you like sludge metal? Oh, I love sludge metal. Ministry Filth Pig is one of my top 10 favorite albums of all time. I love Grief. I love Acid Bath. I love all sorts of stuff. Death Metal 114, hello from Finland. Hey, how you doing? Hello from North Carolina. See, I'm having fun with this live stream already. 53 people watching, damn! Alessandro Andrew Playlist, thoughts on the online metal community? I think it's very helpful. A lot of people are getting into really good bands very easily. Let's see. Daniel Bidenat, very unhateable. I feel like it would take a lot of energy to hate you. Well, I mean, I don't go out of my way to make people angry. I talk about metal. I talk about things I like, and I try to do it in a respectful manner. Sometimes there's no pleasing everybody, and that's understandable. But, you know, sometimes I go on some groups online. Like, there are a few people in the Ministry Facebook fan group that have a real hate boner for me for some reason, and it's like, why? We like the same band. I love Ministry, you love Ministry, what's the problem? Oh, that snot gargling Geddy Lee looking like motherfucker, I hate him worse than cancer. It's like, what did I do to you? Did I, like, rape your mother or something? I don't know. And then I had one guy unsubscribe from me and told me he unsubscribed from me because of the David Ellefson jokes I made in the Megadeth review. And then they weren't disrespectful jokes or anything. I wasn't making fun of him. I was making fun of the situation. You know, and it sucks that he got kicked out of Megadeth for it, but it sounds like they were looking for a reason to fire him anyway. But the guy told me he unsubscribed because of my Ellefson jokes, and I'm like, man, how fragile. When did metalheads become such fragile people? Good Lord. Like, just agree to disagree. Nathan says, have you heard the new Goat Horse song, Born of Satan's Flesh? No, I haven't, but man, I can't wait for that album. That album's gonna rule. And since I'm going to New Orleans next month, I'm gonna jam some Goat Whore as I'm walking around the cemeteries and walking around the French Quarter. Rambling Headbanger, good morning, Killbot. How you doing? Pretty fine, my man. Pretty fine. Edgy T Girl says, are you a dirty Canadian? Nope. I'm a dirty North Carolinian. Even worse. Let's see. Any plans to do a video on Morbid Angel in the future? At some point, maybe. Maybe I'll do some, old album videos. Maybe Altars of Madness will get a video on its own, you know? Juice Jumper says, are you excited for the new Exhumed? Oh yeah, baby. I'm way ahead of you. Excited for that one, and I'm excited for the new Autopsy. I've already got that one pre-ordered. And I want to do a review of it, so that's going to be nice. Anyway, while I was trying to kill time last week, like before I tested positive for COVID, I was walking around town and I wanted to go to the movies and see what was playing. They had Jaws playing. Like, they had a 3D version of Jaws, I guess, re-release, and I looked at the poster, and right next to the PG rating, it had a content warning for smoking. Characters in this movie use tobacco. It's like, you know, I would think the whole getting eaten alive thing would be more worthy of pointing out than a couple of characters smoking and chewing tobacco. You know what I mean? Oh, movie studios are crazy about smoking now. Like the new Batman, they wouldn't even allow the Penguin to smoke. It was weird. It's like, it didn't make or break the movie for me, but all my life, I saw the Penguin smoke, and it's just weird to not see him smoke. But no, Jaws, it's like, okay, you got the shark eating children, terrorizing people on a beach, but no, a couple characters smoke. Let's point that part out. Speaking of movies, I just went and saw Clerks 3 a few nights ago, and I thought it sucked. Very depressing movie. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it and are planning on seeing it. But I didn't like it. You know, the first Clerks is one of my favorite movies of all time. I like the second one. It had its moments. And for the most part, Kevin Smith's movies since Clerks 2 haven't really been good. So I kind of knew that, you know, this one wasn't going to be that great either. But I'd heard interesting things about it, and I wanted to see if there was anything salvageable. And there are a few touching parts, but for the most part, the movie just made me sad. You know, I understand the angle he was going for, that the characters were aging, they were getting older, they were dealing with life. And I don't know, it feels like Kevin Smith just went about it in such an aggressive way. You know, for those who've seen it, you can message me on social media and we can talk about it. For example, Rosario Dawson. Rosario Dawson was barely in the movie. Why even have her there? It's probably because she was busy filming for Star Wars or something, or maybe Kevin didn't know what to do with the characters, but she was one of the better parts of Clerks 2. We wanted to see more Rosario! You know what I mean? But, anyway. I want to see that new movie, Barbaric. I want to see that. That looks pretty good. And also the new Clerks, it's like, you know, I understand that there was the whole meta self-referential thing that they were trying to go for. Basically remaking the first Clerks. But there were parts of it where they overdid it. I was in the theater and I said out loud to myself, they're remaking this? Huh, okay. Okay, going back to the comments. Groovy Snake, not enough metalheads in North Carolina. We're here. You just gotta look for us. They're hard to find on Tinder, though. Good lord. Thinking about deleting the app altogether because, man, I am not vibing with a lot of those babes. Let's see. Karan Jedhav says, I love your song, Chains Unbound. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a good song. You should hear the remixed version on Tales from the Tube. It's the new song collection that I just put on Spotify. And it has a new song, Dame of Darkness. Speak of the devil, it's about my love for metal women. Metal women are the best, won't settle for nothing less. Juice Jumper, I go back to watching your bolt thrower video all the time. Yep. That's another top 5 video of mine. I love that video, and I love that band because of the video and their response to it. Joe Bench sent me a couple t-shirts as a thank you. I will always be a fan. Metal Boy. In the US, people have a bigger problem than smoking here. Yep. Banana Leg. Do you know any UK-based merch shops for metal? I know there's Hell's Headbangers. Caleb Brands asks if I have any favorite books. Yeah, Swedish Death Metal by Daniel Ekeroth. American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. I mean, it's a slow beginning first 100 pages, but once it starts picking up, it gets really good. To Kill a Mockingbird, of course, as far as classic stuff. Again, slow beginning, but once it picks up, it gets really good. Mag by Steve Alden. That's a good sci-fi novel. Blade Runner, Philip K. Dick. That's another one. I'm real big into nonfiction type stuff, you know, like the metal and biographical stuff. I just finished a book called The Art of Gothic. I've shown a couple of you, well, I've shown that book in the last couple live streams. I just finished that book. It's a short book. It's like 200 pages. It's real big. Words are big. And it was fun. Now I gotta go on to the next book, which is going to be Goth Bible, I suppose, since I'm getting into that stuff. Like, Faith in the Muse, been listening to that the last couple days. It's powerful stuff. Vic Greg says, where do you work? Not disclosing that on the internet. That's where a lot of YouTubers get in trouble, because they say some fucked up shit, people don't like it, then they contact a job. Oh, fire his ass, he said this, he said that. It's like, yeah, no, bad idea. I do have a couple different sources of income though, it's really nice. And my income on YouTube lately has been getting better. Because if I go on YouTube Studio, it says I made $318 in the last 28 days from the ad revenue. That's good. That's a lot better than what it sometimes is. Ghost120 says, I'm currently reading My Damage. It's the Keith Morris autobiography. That guy's lived a hard life. And he still puts on a good show. Definitely. Heavy Metal Mega Fan says, do you like Mike Smith's drumming? He's the fucking innovator. Fucking innovator of death metal drums. Like the different hi-hats for the blast beats. Just interesting how you're able to get a good job with this hair. It's obviously not an office job. Well, I mean, you can have an office job, just pull your hair back, ponytail. It's not a problem. Must be a bitch filing taxes with YouTube income, dude. No, they send you a W-2 every year. I mean, that's all you gotta do. Just take pictures of your W-2 or scan them in and upload them to TurboTax and you're good to go. Christian playing tonight in Greensboro. I may go. Who else is playing? I didn't know anybody was playing in Greensboro tonight. Alpha Royal. I'm a big book guy, and for your taste, I highly recommend the book version of I Am Legend from the 50s. It's superb and also pretty short. Alpha Royale. Well, I'll have to look at that. I'll definitely have to look at that. Well, see, next book that I want is going to be David Byrne, How Music Works, because like I read a couple pages of it, just skimming through it, and he works real cerebral and like little details about music economics and how it all connects together, and I'm into stuff like that, so, you know. Marcus James, out of all the metal subgenres, which one do you listen to the most? Probably death metal. It's my favorite. I also like grindcore. Actually, today's a good hemorrhage kind of day, you know? I'm a pathologist. Good shit. That last album they did, they had a song that went like, corpses, 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 corpses. I'll tell you the one thing about COVID, and this is a weird thing, when I had it, it was like, I didn't know this, but apparently COVID messes with your brain cells, your brain vessels, and so it makes you angry as fuck. So, Saturday and Sunday, I'm sitting around the house trying to recover, and I'm screaming at inanimate objects. I go on Google, and it turns out, I was like, wait a minute, let me test this theory. So I went on Google, and it turns out, yeah, it makes you angry as hell. Because it messes with your brain vessels, so I'm like, man, it's a good thing good thing people aren't making me mad today, it's just objects. This fucking can of soup won't open! You know, stuff like that. Vic Greg, how old are you? 26 years old. Speed, that new Autopsy record can't come out quickly enough, the single ruled. I've already pre-ordered it. So all they gotta do is send it over. Roberto82175 says, sorry, not tonight, it's on a Sunday. Christian with revocation, alluvial, and inoculation. Well, that's good. That's good. Christian's a good band. I've seen them twice. Life and Liberty says, I like your new video. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Got plenty of other videos I'm trying to work on too. And I'm flirting with the idea of bringing back Mosh Pen the Pendulum, but we'll see if I have time to do it. The big thing is just writing all those scripts. It's gonna be a huge undertaking that I'm gonna have to like marathon shooting all those videos, just streamline it a little. Ro Mary says, hey Killbot, currently in school right now, but glad I was able to catch you while I'm here. Excellent. Hey teacher, leave those kids alone. Vigo the Butch, have you heard of Metal Amino? Yes, I have, and I don't use it. Never use it. Alpha Royale says Mosh Pen the Pendulum 2022 would be fucking awesome. Yes, it would be. If I can get it done. I mean, it's not going to be 31 videos. It's going to be more like 14 or 15, and they're just going to be spread out for the month of October. If it can even happen, which I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll see. I'm going to be here at Starbucks until about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then I'm going to order a pizza. But in the time I'm here, hopefully I can write some scripts. Maybe let my phone update. iOS 16 is out now, so there we go. Emily Uriarty says, so glad I didn't miss today's live stream. Well, that's good. That's good. Ro Mary says, kind of makes me wonder, what was your favorite core class in high school? Crime core. I mean, I went to college. Mostly, like, it was an early college program. So I was taking high school courses, and the college was offering... I'm sorry, I was taking college courses, and the college was offering high school courses. And I don't know, like, I was just... I don't know, the history courses were the easiest. The hardest courses was environmental biology. Good Lord. Ghost 120, are you still in the comics, Eddie? A little bit. I want to read that new Anthrax graphic novel they have. They have it at Barnes & Noble. I just haven't read it yet. Kino, good afternoon, Uncle Tony. I just got home from work, and I was there for about 12 hours, and I'm a bit tired. Metal helps me survive working, that's for sure. I hear you, man. I used to work 12-hour shifts at a paper factory, and before I walked in, I had to blast Ministry just to get pumped up. Life and Liberty. Have you ever seen Dead Alive? Yes, I have. It's a great movie. Let's see. So, that new season of Harley Quinn, apparently yesterday's episode was the season finale. And I didn't find out it was the season finale until after I finished the episode. I was like, wait, that was the end? That fucking sucked. Season 3 in general was not as good as the first two. It was boring, and it was like they cut the animation budget because it looks choppy. You know what I mean? And for those who were wondering, no, Batman does not eat out Catwoman. Apparently, all he was allowed to do was give her a foot massage. It's like, come on, man. If there's anything this season needs, it's Batman going blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Vic Grid, are you into weed? Melodic Virtue did a book about weed, I think. It's interesting stuff. Groovy Snake, that show sucks in general. I don't know, the first 2 seasons were really funny. It's funny when Batman is the sane one. and this season was also missing Kite Man. He was so pathetic. Kite Man, hell yeah. But all they did was just go, oh, I love you, Harl. Stop it. Anyway. So, how about Black Dahlia Murder? They're doing a Trevor Strnad tribute show in October, I think. And apparently they're going to continue the band without him. Supposedly the guitar player is going to be taking place on vocals. and they're hiring their old guitar player to replace him. So that's going to be interesting. And hey, at least they're making this decision now and not, 16, 18 years down the road, like Pantera. Get a bunch of Pantera fanboys in here being like, oh, you don't know shit about Pantera, boy. Well, at least with Black Dahlia Murder, it's like he died this year and they're making this decision this year. I mean, Trevor was an important part of the band, but for the most part, he was the face of the band. There were all those other guys. And people still want Black Dahlia Murder. I think they can make it work, and they're doing it with the utmost respect of everybody. And obviously, if it doesn't work, then they'll find out quickly enough and they'll handle it. But, that's the difference between a band like Black Dahlia and Pantera. There's a video floating around of Vinnie Paul talking about the possibility of a Zakk Wylde reunion, and he's like, oh yeah, people are selfish, they're doing it for selfish reasons. That'd be like if Eddie Van Halen got shot in the head 4 times and they said, oh, get Zakk Wylde over there, it's not Van Halen. It's called a reunion because, you get the old band back together, and that's everybody. But people won't care, And he's right. Some people, they only think about themselves when they think about all this stuff. Vic Greg, are you in a cafe right now? Yes, I'm in a Starbucks. Because Starbucks has good internet and my house has no internet. Kino, dude, hearing about the Black Dahlia Murder tribute show made me want to cry. I never experienced Trevor perform as a vocalist and I never got to meet him. Man, his death felt wrong, Like it wasn't supposed to happen. I still can't believe he's gone. I never got to see him live, never met the guy. But I do like Black Dahlia, so I'm sure they can make it work. It's like you gotta deal with a lot of carbonation before you deal with any flavor on this one. And I just dropped a cap. Now, Power Trip hasn't really given a definitive answer on whether or not they're going to continue without Riley Gale. And I'm sure there are going to be some people who are going to be like, oh, it's wrong, don't do it. But I don't know. I mean, it's soon enough that if they wanted to go without Riley, they probably could. I don't know. We'll see. It gets a little complicated when you're dealing with band dynamics like that. And when, in his case, he died so young. And again, that felt wrong, But you never know what people are dealing with, Roberto 82175. What's your point of view on families? Do you see yourself married with kids in a family after 30 years old? Not all metalheads stay in metal, collecting records and going to shows. Well, first of all, I don't believe in marriage. If you want to be with somebody, just be with somebody. Why do you have to get the law involved? Second of all, I hate kids. Never having them. So that's a viewpoint that I've had since I was 11 years old, and it hasn't changed at all. People say, oh, well, what if you meet the right woman? Dude, the right woman wouldn't want them. I mean, there you go. I mean, a lot of people sell out and go into that lifestyle because they're bored or because everybody expects it of them, and it's like, that shouldn't always be the case. Don't get involved with people who are trying to stuff you into a box you'll never fit in. Ghost 120, I could see Power Trip continuing as another band and changing the name. They probably could. I don't know. Vigo the Butch, I wish Woods of Ypres would continue. I know they lost their singer, but the band is so good and they always got me through hard times. Yeah, I mean, the rest of those guys are pretty talented.
I mean, David Gold was practically the showrunner in that band.
Big Greg, I think you're right about the getting bored part. Yeah, that's the biggest reason. Well, there's several reasons why people have kids when they never wanted kids to begin with. Part of it is because they are bored. You know, and all their friends and family around them have kids, and you know, there's the societal pressure, and there's pressure from work and pressure from religion. Why would you want to have kids in a world like this? Oh, well, you know, they can make the world better. Make the world better? There's 8 billion people on this planet. If we wanted it better, we would have been there a long time ago, buddy. Trust me, this planet is going to be a flaming ball of shit in the next 30 years. And we are going to be alive to suffer and witness. Because we're already suffering with climate change, and resources going finite, and rising sea levels, and pollution, and the loss of the ozone layer, and the corporations doing corporation things, and all sorts of other stuff. Meanwhile, religion is still holding people back, and you know what? Let me just disengage here, because I'm going to get angry. But the point of the matter is children. They suck money. That's money that I could be spending on Cheetos and albums and flights to go see 9 Inch Nails. Anyway, anything else I could talk about on this stream? We're going pretty good right here. Actually, I covered all my topics on this thing, so we're just gonna play it by ear here. We've been streaming for about 51 minutes, and we're having the time of our lives, aren't we? I got a song collection on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, and yes, even on the dating services. The collection is called Tales from the Tube, so if you wanted to make Dame of Darkness your theme song on your dating profile, like I have mine, you can do that. But yeah. Man, I cannot wait to see 9 Inch Nails next week. That's going to be awesome. 9 Inch Nails, Ministry, and Knights of Reb. Can't wait. Trying to get my mom to go with me. Well, she might not go because she'll probably be reading or some shit, but she'll be like, oh, well, here, you can have a ticket. Maybe you can, you know, get somebody else to go with you. It's like, oh, yeah, maybe I could. Maybe I could. Maybe there'll be somebody around who, you know, wants to go with me. Walmart Hernandez, hi. Hey, how you doing, bud? You know, I went to school with a guy with a last name Hernandez, and he works at Walmart now. I wonder if that's you, Brandon. M85, I'm seeing 9 Inch Nails in LA tomorrow. Dude, enjoy the show, buy shirts, it is awesome. And for those who have seen 9 Inch Nails in the past, or are going to see them in the future, there's a website called Nunley, nunlive.com, okay? And what it is, it's an archive of all different live recordings through the years since the 1980s. So if there are any soundboard recordings or bootleg recordings of any live shows they've done, chances are it's probably there. And some of these recordings are really good too. Especially now, all you gotta do is just plug your stuff into a soundboard or in the mixing board front of house, and there you go. So for instance, I saw them on November 24th, 2018, and they have 3 different FLAC recordings. No, they have 2 FLAC recordings and 1 MP3 recording of the show. So if you want to relive those memories, well, you can do that now. Ghost 120, is Nin Live the same as the Nin Drive? I believe the Nin Drive might be everything on Nin Live as it is. Anyway. Oh, and the cool thing is you can also play like 2-minute samples of these recordings before you download them. Because some of these downloads are pretty big files. Excuse me. Lynn Todd, hi there. Hey, how you doing? Chris Vreenak says, I'm going to Sabaton live on May 3rd. Any tips for my first show? Bring earplugs. Have a good time. Parsa, hey, how you doing? Guess who just missed a Septic Flesh concert and is now depressed? Me, I did. There will be other shows. Pedro Lopez, Cheetos albums are the best. Walmart Hernandez, forgot I named myself Walmart. So is that you, Brandon? You didn't answer my question. It's been a while. Emily Uriarty, did you ever see them play Sunspots live? I have not, but they probably will when I see them next week. I've never seen them play Perfect Drug live, and that's probably my favorite Nine Inch Nails song ever, so hopefully they do that. It's weird, for the longest time, Trent Reznor didn't like that song, but it's, I love it, you know? It's the ultimate Nine Inch Nails song, in my opinion. That's the cool thing about Nine Inch Nails is they change their set list every time they play. So when I first saw them in 2014, they played several songs on Hesitation Marks. They opened with Copy of a, and then they played, they played Find My Way, and the audience sat down, and they didn't play anything else from that album after that. Trent was like, yeah, nobody's reacting to this. We're banishing this from the set list. Hamiez, are you in Burger King? Nope. Although I wouldn't mind some Burger King fries right now. Kino, Nine Inch Nails should play at Heavy Montreal or North America in general. That would be so cool. Well, go see where they're coming. Yeah, they play a lot of festival dates now. Since Trent has a lot of kids and he does Disney soundtracks, I don't think he does full-on tours anymore. But he does these one-off dates every few months, and he has a fun time doing it, it looks like, so. The day before the show, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is having a Q&A session, which hopefully I can get in. I'm waitlisted on their Discord server, but I don't know. The cutoff date was Monday, so I'm probably not going to get into that. But in any case, they do have a Nine Inch Nails exhibit, I think, so I wouldn't mind going to see that. Ghost 120, hot take. Hesitation Marks is a good album, and you're a real trooper. Tamer Dark Soul 666, thoughts about the metal scene in Turkey? Well, Thanksgiving's there ought to be pretty interesting. There's some good bands there, definitely. Good night, Moon. Hello from the Philippines. Well, hello from North Carolina. We got some interesting people up in here. Got some good super chats, and we got some good conversations that we covered. Yeah. Now, next week's live stream, well, the time is going to depend on whether or not I go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But it's probably going to be later in the evening, is my guess. We'll have to play it by ear. I've got a lot to do before then. So, what is it? We've got 2 Fridays left in September. And then when October comes around, I'm probably not going to do live streams every Friday. But I'm still going to do like 2 that month, so I think so. There you go. Vic Gregg, are your parents into metal? No. Harpsigoth, what's your favorite black metal band? Dark Throne. How about that new album that's coming out? Vigo the Butch was supposed to see Megadeth, but was told I was never going to go with the person who told me I'd be going with them. What the fuck are they suck ass? See, this goes back to why you should plan to go to shows by yourself. Because people are unreliable as hell. They will fuck you at the last minute and not care. So, yeah. If you can be self-sufficient in going to shows, that will save you so much heartache and stress, it's not even funny. M85, the latest Origin album, was a fun listen. Yep, I'll bet it was. Okay, so we've been streaming for about 59 minutes. And I think it's going to be time to wrap things up in about a minute. So, yeah. Any final words that anybody wants to say? I think now would be the time to say so. In my closing statements, this new voodoo is alright, but nothing will beat the original. It's so good. So good. So good. Harpsigoth, isn't going to concerts by yourself dangerous? No. Why would it be dangerous? Even in a mosh pit, people know how to behave. Just don't go to a Hatebreed show. All anybody wants to do is fight. Fuck that shit. Trevor Taylor, how you doing, Tony? Sorry I'm late. Doing pretty good. You're walking in at the end. Kevin Quiroz says, dude, solo trips are so much fun. Went to the Führer Zone for Rammstein and it was a memorable night. Well, that's good. That's very good. I love you, Killbot. You're a legend. Why, thank you. Thank you so much. Marlena Sanakova says, greetings from Sweden. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ghost 120, go to shows by yourself and make friends there so you can go with someone next time. That's the strategy. That's the strategy, definitely. Kilt is your final word. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, I want Cheetos, I want Cheez-Its, I want pizza. And yeah, I cannot wait to go see Nine Inch Nails next week. And I'm going to see Misfits on October 29th. That's going to be a fun show. So, thank you all for joining me on this live stream. And grind on. See you next week.